Hello PPL fans, and welcome back to week 2 of the PPL season 4 of D2. This week we're facing Dave, or Shroomraver, of the Parasect Germain, and his team consists of Necrozma as his Super Z user, Terrakion as one of his offensive Z users, Mandibuzz, Mamoswine, Zapdos as his other Super Z user, or not Super Z user, offensive Z user, Vaporeon, Salazzle, Zangoose, Mawile, Dragonair. So looking at this team, he sees that I have Dragonite, and Dragonite can be a big problem to him. I'm definitely expecting him to bring Mawile. I'm also not expecting him to bring Vaporeon because I have I have Tapu Fini who can taunt it and prevent it from doing absolutely anything. I have Thundurus Incarnate who can take it out extremely well, and I have Kartana who can take it out super quickly. I do expect Necrozma, Terrakion, Mamoswine, Zapdos, Mandibuzz, and Mawile. Mandibuzz just for added bulk. He could also bring Salazzle because it outspeeds my entire team, but I don't really see it doing all that much. I mean, it'll hurt some mons, yeah. Maybe a nasty plot Salazzle would be a problem. But let's talk about my team. So with that in mind, I decided to bring Banded Dragonite, Adamant Banded Dragonite with Outrage, Thunder Punch, Earthquake, and Aqua Jet. So this will do it 2-hit KOs the entirety of his team. Even a defensive Zapdos takes about 70% minimum from a Banded Outrage. I just have to be careful about Mawile being around and Mamoswine being around. Also Terrakion because it naturally outspeeds me, but at that point I'd be hoping if I'm clicking Outrage that those three are pretty much gone. I have the Thunder Punch just in case he decides to bring the Vaporeon. I mean, Outrage still hurts it pretty bad, but I also have it for the Mandibuzz. I'm literally not going to be clicking any other move except for Outrage, Earthquake, and Aqua Jet. Thunder Punch is just there for coverage. Aqua Jet over Extreme Speed is there because it does have to offensive Mamoswine, and it does have to Terrakion, whereas Extreme Speed only did good damage to Mamoswine and not Terrakion. So if I can get the Terrakion to under 50%, I can just Aqua Jet it. Same with the Mamoswine, unless it's like a bulkier version for the Mamoswine, but I don't really expect that. Now, moving on to Raikage, the Thundurus Incarnate. It has Yachi Berry, Timid. Now, I know U-Turn, Nasty Plot is usually not a good combo. However, when Thundurus is in, it's gonna be U-turning, so I can get the momentum and go into mons like Tapu Fini and my offensive Arcanine that's gonna be coming up. Offensive Arcanine, as long as he doesn't have like Scarf Terrakion or anything, can do a lot of work to his team. But pretty much, I can U-turn, set up on something like Mandibuzz unless it whirlwinds, and go for the Nasty Plot, and then I pretty much just, hit everything with Flash Cannon or Thunderbolt from there because Necrozma doesn't want to take it, Terrakion doesn't want to take it, Mandibuzz doesn't, Flash Cannon, no. Zapdos can take it, but I'd be hoping at that range I'm going for the Nasty Plot that it won't be around too much. I don't really expect Zangoose because I have mons that are intimidating to Zangoose. I have a lot of fighting coverage. I have Hitmon, Jan who can Mach Punch it pretty hard. I have Arcanine who intimidates it, and it just doesn't do a whole lot to my team. But that's pretty much the gist of it. Moving on to the other mon, I have Nidoqueen with the Shucca Berry. This is just so I can do some damage to a Mamoswine or the Terrakion, which will both have Earthquake, and get an Earth Power off, or get an Ice Beam off, or just, you know, do work. I'm probably going to be leading off with this thing anyways, and that's where I will go and get the Stealth Rocks up. Although I do expect him to just straight up lead off with Mamoswine, so I'm probably gonna lead off with Tapu Fini. But if he doesn't have Mamoswine, Nidoqueen is my option. Now on this I have 40 speed investment, just so I'm not outsped by his Necrozma. I'm probably gonna be outsped by it anyways, because it's probably gonna have a decent amount of speed investment, and I believe it has base 79 speed. So if it has a decent amount of speed investment, that 40 speed EVs isn't even gonna matter. But that'll allow me to just do damage to Pokemon. I don't remember what Mandibuzz speed was, but that could also have been for it. Let me double check and see what Mandibuzz speed could have been, and that was probably what it was for, because I'm probably not gonna outspeed Necrozma. It could be potentially for non-speed invested Mandibuzz, I think. Let me double check on the damage calc. And let's see, Mandibuzz. Without any speed investment, I do outspeed it by 2 points, which is good because I can get Ice Beam damage off or Thunderbolt damage off. I believe I actually changed this. I'm not 100% sure. I believe I made it Sludge Wave instead. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that, because I don't expect him to bring Vaporeon. I don't remember if I brought it or not. Now, I do have Porygon 2. This move, it doesn't have. I don't know why Showdown shows that it does, but it actually has where is it? There we go. Magic Coat. And that's just in case I'm in against, I don't know, Mawile and it decides it wants to go for Stealth Rocks, or Mamoswine and it wants to go for Stealth Rocks, and that'll just allow me to do stuff. It'll also prevent Mons for going for Toxic. I can go for the Magic Coat and it'll Toxic them and do some damage. Mamoswine probably will have knockoffs, so I need to be careful of that. I think Mandibuzz gets it as well. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm not really gonna be worrying about it too much. This is my main swap into Mamoswine, and the whole point of going in on this thing is going into Mamoswine, trying to Toxic it, take a hit or two, then recover up and swap out. That's all this Porygon is gonna do. It's gonna be a bulky pivot, pretty much, and we're not gonna worry about it. One of these days I want to bring an offensive Porygon too, but some of the type matchups don't allow for it. So now we're gonna move on to Arcanine, my other offensive presence. Now, if he doesn't have any Scarfers, after a +1 Flame Charge, I believe I outspeed the entirety of his team, barring maybe Salazzle, but I outspeed the entirety of his team and can do a shit ton of damage to everything. Terrakion, not going to take a close combat. Mandibuzz, not going to like a Wild Charge. Necrozma, definitely going to not like a Flare Blitz. Everything else does not like taking hits from this thing. So if I can get that Flame Charge off on, say, the Mawile and kill it, or the Zapdos as it's Volt Switching out, or, I don't know, say the Mamoswine if it's not going for Earthquake. That's pretty much it. This can also save me last minute against Terrakion, because it does have the Intimidate, and it'll lower it down to where maybe Tapu Fini can take hits from Terrakion a little bit better. I don't have a good type matchup against his team. Necrozma fucks me 6 ways to Sunday. Terrakion, same thing. Mamoswine, same thing. All those mons have the potential to destroy my entire team, and if he brings offensive for both of them, or all 3 of them, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt really bad. Tapu Fini is literally my only swap in for Terrakion and Mamoswine. I don't have, I mean, I guess Porygon too for Mamoswine, but I don't have anything else for Terrakion. Even Poison Jab does about 30%, and he'll probably poison me. Now, I have speed investment on this thing because I expect him to be a slightly speedier Necrozma, and I don't want him to be able to set up because I don't have a dark type, and I'm pretty sure he'd bring that really common set. That's Calm Mind, Iron Defense, Morning Sun, and Stored Power. It would hurt really bad and literally 6-0 my team if he can get a Calm Mind Iron Defense up. Once he gets that first Iron Defense up or gets one Calm Mind up, I'm pretty much screwed. And there's the possibility of Substitute, which I don't really expect. I expect more the Iron Defense Morning Sun combo, or Iron Defense Calm Mind combo. And the speed investment is just so I can outspeed a slightly speedier Necrozma. If I double check and put it in the damage calc, I will see that at level 50, Tapu Fini defensive with 36, and then Necrozma, I'll use Stored Power. I can't outspeed him if he has like over 100, but I can outspeed him if he is like, I don't know, let's see, 60 all the way up to 96. I can still outspeed him as long as he doesn't have more than 82 speed and 82 speed IVs, which is good, but at the same time, if he's running that much speed, he's gonna be taking a lot away from his bulk, which means Banded Dragonite will hurt, and Thundurus will hurt, and Lisbeth will hurt too. He'll probably take the chance to do that with Nidoqueen and set up on Nidoqueen, so I just have to be careful of that, because once it gets in and sets up, I am not going to be able to stop it. So my only way of preventing it from doing that is bringing Tapu Fini in on it and getting a taunt up as soon as possible. Now, if he's very aggressive with it, and I can't predict him to bring in Necrozma, then he's probably going to sweep me with it. But with that being said, guys, I'd like to thank you for watching. I know this was a slightly less energetic team builder, but I just woke up and I'm a little bit tired. So thank you for watching. As always, stay awesome, keep playing Pokemon, and I will see you guys next time.